We are talking food safety now in the wake of cybersecurity attacks with Dr. Ravi Jadeja, a food safety expert at our Food and Ag Products Center at OSU. Ravi, we saw what happened to JBS recently, the world's largest meat supplier. Get us up to speed and tell us what all this means in terms of food safety.
First of all, thank you, Lyndon, for having me on this segment. And what we have seen was an unfortunate event. And what we have found is that food industry, especially big size food industry, they are relying on internet and computers more and more, just like any modern industry. And because of that, they were exposed to this threat. And in terms of food safety, food industry need to comply with the very complex regulatory requirements. And these requirements demand that food industry produce certain document when they are processing the food product. So when they cannot produce this document, that actually impact their capability to produce safe food product. Not only that, if they cannot provide this document to regulators, then they may face a recall because certain type of documents they have to have when they send the shipment of the product to prove that that product was processed using a sanitary condition and it met all of the US government as well as customer expectations.
You mentioned the documentation, but in terms of moving forward and looking at solutions, addressing some vulnerabilities, what does that picture look like for food processors, manufacturers, the industry overall?
The cyber threat or cybersecurity threats are not new. Food industry is getting ready for this type of situation since some time. And we see that there are so many other industries, they face the same situation. So the oil pipeline that got hacked was a very recent example. So food industry already has a very robust system. And in fact, they have a backup documents and backup processes. So food industry typically include a policy or procedure, and they time to time practice, just like a fire drill. So I think now moving forward, food industry need to probably concentrate more because now they have seen this is a real incident. It's not that it's a hypothetical scenario. And they already have a backup system. Probably they need to practice a little more that how can they deploy that backup system quicker. So just in case if something like this happen, they don't need to stop production, but they can quickly deploy the backup system and continue producing their food products.
For others involved in the agriculture industry and producers, what do you recommend for them?
Again, like when I work with the small and very small plants, I always advise them to have a backup system. If they are very small, they can probably quickly revert back to paper documents and continue producing their food product. Considering or talking with the cybersecurity expert to do a vulnerability assessment of your computer system or your online system. And on top of that, updating their food defense and business continuity documents to address this type of issue more effectively and more quickly are the two major steps that food industry, especially small and very small companies, should do.
Ravi, thank you for your guidance and perspective. It's good to see you. Thank you for being with us on Sunup.
Thank you.